I don't know if there is anything more southern than delicious, fluffy biscuits, and when it comes to toppings, a nice rich gravy probably reigns supreme. It's so iconic in my household that I make biscuits and gravy every Christmas morning, per my husband's request. And even though it's a recipe steeped in Southern heritage, it is still easy to make. I'm excited to show you how to make the best Southern biscuits and white sausage gravy recipe so that you can enjoy this ultimate comfort food any day of the year. So I start by preheating my oven to 400 degrees, and then I place self-rising flour and salt into this large blue mixing bowl. And then I mix that with my hands. After the salt and the flour are incorporated, then I took my hand and made a hole in the middle, or what we like to call a well. Inside of the well, I poured my milk and my softened butter, but you can actually use vegetable shortening, which is actually my preference. I literally squish the milk and the softened butter or vegetable shortening between my fingers until it's fully incorporated into the liquid. And then I take my hand and just go in a circular motion, pulling a little bit of flour off the sides. I'm going to continue to slowly and gently incorporate that flour by using that circular motion until it is all combined and my biscuit dough begins to form. Don't be alarmed, your mixture will be very sticky, but that's okay. This is going to help make the most fluffy and delicious biscuits you've ever eaten. And because this biscuit dough is so sticky, you're going to be tempted, like I was for a brief moment, to try to take portions in your hand and roll them out into nice, beautifully shaped balls of biscuit dough, but that's just not going to happen. This biscuit dough is more for what we like to call drop biscuits. Just divide your biscuit dough into 6 equal portions and drop them into your cast iron skillet. By the way, I did use vegetable shortening in the cast iron skillet to make sure that the biscuits do not stick. Usually I brush the top of my biscuits with melted butter, but because we're putting gravy on these, I skipped that step. Now it's time to make our white sausage gravy, and my absolute favorite sausage to use for this is Jimmy Dean regular sausage. So you're going to add your sausage to a large cast iron skillet over medium to medium high heat, breaking it into smaller pieces while browning it and getting it fully cooked. Once the sausage is completely done, you're going to remove it from the skillet and place it onto a plate or in a bowl. It's best to use a slotted spoon for this because you want to leave as much of the grease that came off of the sausage in the skillet as possible to help make your gravy. But because I had removed some of that, I added some butter to give me a little bit more fat. I'm adding the flour to that grease and that melted butter, and I did turn the stove down to medium heat because I don't want my flour mixture or my roux to burn. What you're looking for in a roux is really a consistency. So I just look at it and I'm trying to make a paste. So if it's a little too runny, I know that I need to add a touch more flour. And then after I get the consistency I want and I cooked it to get the flour taste out, which only takes about a minute, I start adding my milk. And as you can see, I also changed from a spoon to a whisk to make sure that I can get out all of the lumps. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and add salt and pepper. I go very light on the salt just because the sausage is so salty and I don't want the final product to be overpowering or not edible, but I do like a lot of black pepper in my white sausage gravy. I just cooked the gravy to my desired thickness. It took about 3 to 5 minutes, and then I added back that cooked sausage. Once you've added your sausage, this is the point that I would re-taste my white sausage gravy to see if I need to add any more salt or pepper. And what's amazing about my recipe is right when your white sausage gravy gets done, your biscuits are also finished, and now we assemble. Everyone has their own method. I always break my biscuit in half, but my husband likes to crumble his biscuit all over the plate, and then we top with this delicious gravy. This will become your new favorite breakfast. Full recipe and details are on my blog. Link is in my bio. You have to make this one, guys. You have to.